Hello crafty friends, welcome to another Die Cut December 2024 video. Today we're going to make a sending love card using these dies and we'll be following this sketch. Feel free to take a screenshot now if you'd like to keep a copy for yourself. For today's card I'm going to make a stencil using my dies, and I've got these heart dies. These are from Sizzix. They're Tim Holtz Thinlits, I'm not sure what the name is. And I'm going to arrange them across this piece of acetate. I've just put it on here so that it's a bit easier for you to see. And I'm arranging them on the front of my card, bobbing along like this. I'm going to secure those in place with a bit of post-it tape. And I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. I think I'll use my electronic die cutting machine because it's better at cutting through plastic than any of my others. So I think that has done the trick. You can keep the plastic hearts or whatever shapes you use, because you could colour those with embossing powder if it's heat resistant plastic, or alcohol inks or alcohol markers. And now I've got a stencil that I can use on my card. Right, I'm going to work straight into my card blank today. I'm not going to add a panel. So I'm going to pop that there and then put my stencil on top. Somewhere about there, I think. It's not a big stencil, so it's not really going to stick to the grip mat. So I'm going to hold it in place with some post-it tape. Could use washi tape. Just get that down there like that. Now I'm going to take some Serene Catherine Pooler dye ink from the Spa collection and add that to some of the hearts, blending it gently if I can, get a nice, subtle, smooth look. I'm going to do the two end hearts in the same colour so that it looks balanced. And I find a good way of doing this is to add a little bit of ink to your brush and start your blending motion on the stencil and then move over your shape. And now I'm going to do some Hot Tub, which is a blue-green from the Spa collection. This is quite a dry ink pad and I don't have a re-inker for this at the moment, so we'll just see how we go. We might have to bring in another colour. Now these two colours will kind of neutralise each other, I think. You've got a green and a purple, but sometimes having a neutral is nice. As long as it doesn't make an ugly neutral, you're all right. Right, I'm happy with that. So let's take that off and just have a quick look. Yep, I like that. It's nice and subtle. We'll put that back over, try and line it up properly. I want to add some pattern to my hearts. So I'm going to mask some off and use these stamps. These are, I believe, Inkylicious stamps, and I got a job lot of these from my local charity shop. So I thought I would use these ones today. On this big heart, I'm going to put some big circles. And I'm going to use this stamping platform thingamajig to do that. And I'm going to go with VersaFine black ink to make a really striking pattern. So that's stamped nicely, just close to the edges here. There's a few bits that haven't stamped right up to the edge, but I can use a black pen to fill in the gaps. Now I want to be careful because the black ink that's on the plastic is going to be wet. Now I've got this stitching stamp. I'm going to use black ink again. Didn't come out particularly well, but again I can fill in the gaps with a pen. For this one I'll use this again because it's a large stamp. Stamped everywhere except where I wanted it to stamp. There we go, that's better. Just needed to give it a bit more of a press. And now instead of a stamp, I'm going to use a pen. I'm just going to draw some lines using the stencil as a guide to where the edge is. We'll do something over here, we'll do some circles, open ones. I think I'll take this off and see how it's looking. I think that's looking all right, but it does need finishing by hand. Now I want to add some gold accents, so I'm going to add a few little gold blobs on this one amongst the black dots. Here I'm going to add a gold stripe. This one I'm going to go around the outside in gold, I think. Colour in one or two of these circles gold, and then do some gold dashed lines over here on this one. Maybe do some gold stitching on here and run some horizontal gold lines in between there. I think I'm going to draw around this one as well, just to make it nice and clear. For my sentiment, I've stamped and die cut this Sending Love from All of Us, and I'm going to stick it there over some of the hearts to bond them together, bind them together, something like that. And here's a finished card made with a DIY stencil created with heart dies. Now, I did do a different version of this card, but instead of making a stencil, I just used the dies to create die cuts. So I'm going to show you that process quite quickly now. So if you didn't fancy making a stencil, you could get a similar look with the die cuts. So all I did was I took the purple ink and the green ink and blended them in a subtle way on some smooth white card, trying to get a similar look to the blending on the first card. And then I took the same dies that I used to create the stencil and laid them in a similar arrangement on this newly blended piece of card, and I ran that through my Cuttlebug to die cut out the hearts. Next, I placed the hearts on a piece of post-it tape to keep them still while I did the next stage. I didn't want them wandering off. And I chose a selection of grungy mixed media pattern stamps. These are all from Global Land on Amazon. There are various sets, and I just flicked through my collection and pulled out the stamps I felt like working with. There's some linen texture, some splats, some grids, some dots, and I stamped a different pattern on each heart. I'm using VersaFine Onyx black ink again because it's a really intense black ink. Once the ink was dry, I stuck my hearts on a new card blank in a similar arrangement to the way I had them on the first card. I did put the large heart up on foam tape, and that's one advantage of using die cuts rather than stenciling, is that you can have things of different height or thickness. The advantage of using stenciling, of course, is that your card stays flat and will go through the post more easily or more cheaply. After I'd arranged my hearts and got them all stuck down, I took a gold jelly roll pen again and added a few marks to each heart, sort of echoing the patterns that were there already. You don't have to be precise or neat with this because these are messy mixed media type stamped images. You can be messy mixed media with your gel pen as well. And that was the second card with this design idea. You'll have to let me know which one you prefer. Do you prefer the one I did with the stencil or the one I did with the die cutting? Before you go though, I've got one more thing to show you. If you didn't fancy adding gold with a gel pen, you could do partial heat embossing. So I cut out another heart, I stamped in VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and then I sprinkled on some gold embossing powder in just a few areas. The black ink stays wet long enough to hold the embossing powder in place. And once I heated it with my heat tool, I hope you can see that only some of the stamping has turned gold, the rest is black. So you can do partial embossing, just sprinkle your embossing powder over some of the areas that you stamped. And there you go, that's these two cards finished. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you some ideas of things you can do with stamps and dies that you already have in your stash. If it has, do let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another day of Die Cut December 2024. Thanks for watching, bye for now.